Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. I'm still going to play with index cards because apparently I just feel like I have to get through them all. I don't know. I think I've been through about half of what was in that box that I started out with. What box, you ask? This box was completely full of blank index cards, and now it's not. Now I have a different box full of partially decorated index cards. All right, I've got a very messy plate right now. I played with inks on here, and there's gesso or paint. I don't know what's on there. Something's on there. Stuff is on there. Stuff is on the plate. This is partly why I don't necessarily clean off the plate, because the stuff that's left on there can do really fun, delightful things. Who knows what I'm looking for? Some of you do. But I found what I was looking for. There's a little bit of index card on the plate here. These index cards, some of them, especially probably the cheaper ones, definitely get stuck on the plate. That's okay. That's just going to be texture on something at some point. But yeah, so I used the plate to ink up some cards, and I didn't clean off the plate. Do not fancy having hairs though. So, tweezers would be, that's not the tweezers I want, but it's what I picked up. Also, oops. Take the hair off, put it back on. That's not the intended purpose of the... Okay, and then, put the tweezers over here so I won't be able to find them next time, or put them away and I still won't be able to find them because I'll confuse myself. Okay, I usually just paint on the blank side, and then I will put them together later on. Glue them back to back. So I don't worry too much about... Oh, and I'm already leaving them on too long. I forgot already that leaving them... I don't know if my plate needs to be conditioned or what. Possibly. That's possibly the sitch. I'm doing like really thin layers of paint. Getting kind of like... Well, it's Easter when I'm making this video. It's when it will go out. That's not necessarily when you'll see it. But, very pastel-y, Eastery kind of colors are kind of happening. Oh, more hair. Yay. I get my hair cut next week. Doesn't mean there won't be hair everywhere. I don't know. It's just super, super subtle. But, I mean, it's a good background if I want to then add more things. All right, I put my sweater on because it's cool down here. And already getting hot. Hot, hot, hot. I don't... That's gesso. I can use gesso, but I don't necessarily want to. Because what I want to do is kind of mix some inks and paints. I might need to grab a different white paint. This one's... There we go. Just needed to unsqueeze it from one direction. Whoa! Not spill my drink would also be good. I'm also doing very thin layers of paint, which is fine. I really like what's happening with this stencil on things. So I'm just gonna see if I can get that so subtle, because there's just not a lot of difference there. That one's a little bit darker, but not much. But yeah, super, super subtle. But that's kind of what I like about what I've been doing with this stamp is the subtleness. Ooh, let's pick that up with something. Pick it up quickly. Learning from my mistakes. Yeah, nothing really came up on that, but that's all right. I could put paint on both sides to cover the lines if I wanted to, and then I wouldn't have to glue them, but they're just a little bit more sturdy. I'll show you. When I back them, they're just a little bit more sturdy than by themselves. So I don't mind. I don't mind doing double work, a little extra work for that. Makes them a little bit more substantial. All right, I don't even know if you can see that. And I'm hoping, probably not, but that I'm not, is it doing the blurry thing when because before, last week, I think I was just too close, plus it was not unstable because you're, when you do, oh my goodness, words, The update happened is partly what happened. All right, villainous potion. Let's just do something with that. And also the throat clearing. I apologize for that. I have no control over that. I don't know if that's a menopause thing or what, because there's a couple gals that also do videos that have been like, whoops, that have mentioned it, or that I've, heard them clearing their throat. See, there you go. That's a little bit more better. Ugh. But yeah, that'll be a nice background. Set that to the side to dry. Set it to the side to dry. That one doesn't have anything on it, so what are we trying to cover? Nada. Nada. Just kind of get some of that wet. I've been liking playing with that. Got a little bit blurry because it moved, but that's okay because it's just background. So it kind of gives it that 3D look, whether you want it to be there or not. I'm just gonna, that was, all right, so now it's at least got more than just looking weirdly white. So you got a little bit of the leafy ends showing there with the doily bit. So I don't know how exciting this video will be. I was going to do that, Darcy. Just do what you said you were going to do. I don't know. I can't seem to get the right thickness of paint. Try a little bit more. Also, probably because I'm using the smaller pieces, so I won't get the same effect as if I was doing like a whole piece with the with doing the, let's do a little bit of shaded lilac at one end and villainous potion at the other end, and just kind of lightly, I'm barely touching the surface here, just kind of, okay, it's not so much of an ombre now, is it? Now it's just more lavendery. And yeah, not a lot happening there, but that's all right. We could even potentially add, what if we just do that? Because why not? Also, I'm just gonna kind of scoop some of that up. eh, eh, eh. It's fine. It's fine. Adds a little something. And now it's stuck to the plate. That's on me. I need. Oh, it's sticky on both sides. That's unfortunate. Yes, I do have other stencils. I just was having fun with this one. Whoops. But I definitely have more than that. Let's just pick some of this up. Oh yeah, there. That's nice. So let that dry. Off to the side. Delicate. I don't know why that word's in my head. Oh, the tune. The words do not go with whatever tune was just in my head. Let's just go with that. Subtle. We like subtle. All right. What I'm trying to do though is I want to try it with gesso, because when I first saw, I'm trying to get that ethereal, that's the word, right? Ethereal look. And when Robin McClendon first did it, she said you needed to use gesso, but I've used gesso and acrylic paint and similar-ish results. And then, someone usually asks me, does the ink still do its, water soluble thing? And yes, it does. Let's blue this. Oh, there'll be a little bit of turquoise. And then just, whoops. Oh, that's all right. With these colors, it would be good to come in and do like the peacock feather on it. That kind of peacocky feathers. Peacocky colors. Oh my god. Colors happening. Just get that side and that side. Okay, that's kind of fun. Just getting a little variation of color on them. Whoops, got a little flocking on that one. It ripped from the paper and whatnot. Well, Easter eggy happening. But I mean, it is Easter. Maybe that's where all this is coming from in my brain. Oh, losing some paper. Oh, we can grab out. Oh, I don't know why I keep saying up, up, up. Grab out some more cards. Just kind of pick up what's on the edges here. Oh, that one's pretty much covered. And some of these like pickup ones where I'm just picking up what's on the plate, they'll probably be some of my favorite ones. Because it's the randomness that my brain seems to like. Ouch. Also, my hand does not like the braying today, so I don't know how long this part will last. But yeah, I think I like the ethereal look and everything, but I was having much more fun playing with the white ink and mixing it with other color inks. To get like that. What color? I don't think I've done green. Maybe we'll do a little green. I don't know what that is either. I think it was from the edge of the, and you know. So this was peeled paint. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? I wish that I could just get that to go on a card like that. Oh, a little bit. Yeah, this was more fun in my brain. I was getting more interest doing that instead of the paint. I've done the paint before, and of course, you know, if you saw the last video, you also seen that I've done this too, but I want more. I want more of that. That did different than that. That's fine. Just need to add a little more white maybe. Just kind of, oh, see that right there. I like that. This one's bright. This one, all right. So whether I use the Dilutions or the Ranger, they both do similar things. Just FYI. And we can layer it up and get where it's not interesting, make it more interesting. Mo better. Yep, I like that ethereal look. All right, so I just think we're gonna do what I feel like doing, and that's playing with the white ink and the colored inks to see what happens. All right, we got green on there. I think I had 2 of these at some point, so you know, if I use up that one, it's fine. Since we have green, we'll just move to a turquoise. We'll just move along the color wheel. Moving on through the color wheel. Little green and turquoise is fine together. Ah! All right, see? You see? I mean, it's super subtle, but it's really cool. And these are the inks I'm using, not the oxides. You can use the oxides. Like, I don't want to go too far over. Let's see, what colors do I have in oxides? I don't know where my oxides are. Ooh. When we move towards the, we do have purple. A purpley oxide. Is that one oxide? That's the oxides, right? Yep. So when I move to the pink side of things, I will go with that. Right now, I'm looking for, oops. See, that one has the, I'm just going to pick up some of that. So we still have the lavender behind it and then some other weird stuff in the front. I say weird. You say, I say, well, cool, really, but you know, I'm more likely, whatever I'm more likely to use, that's, I don't mind some of that purple showing through from the back. Oh, and then that one I did not like, so we're definitely going to cover that one. come in with, make it more better. See, I already like it better, even if it's not totally covered yet. Because that had the weathered wood oxide, which came out really gray that time. It doesn't always come out quite that gray. Let's see, a little bit of darker. Kind of settle into there. A little bit of, yep, I was kind of going crazy with the white yesterday too. I have so many bases to play with now. I just got to get them all, get a focal point on them all now. That's all. Just set that to the side somewhere so it can dry, lady. I hope I remember that I put those over there. Fingers crossed. All right, just pouring some more of that on there. Ooh, crushed olive. I know we're going to, well, no, because I could do yellow from that. So that moves us towards the orange, right? I tried doing this the other day to see if I like turned it. If anything would happen. Ooh, kind of. That's cool. I don't hate it. I do want to get some of that on the edge there. No white left behind. I mean, we can have white left behind. We know how to deal with that. Just a little stamping or doodling in the white part is fine. All right, setting that aside to dry. Trying to turn it, but it gets stuck in the paint sometimes. All right, that didn't really do anything. However, where's the turquoise down? All right, if you do it from higher up, you get more spray further out, which is not always a bad thing. If I could get this to spray again, that'd be great, but you know. Oh, there, it did that time. Okay. So yeah, especially if you can spray like where it's still, hold it straight up helps. If where it's still wet, then it kind of like spreads and does some interesting stuff. All right, gonna set that. You can see it soaking into the paper. I don't know. I can see it soaking into the paper. Can you? I can. Those are kind of weird colors, but that's okay. They're very chartreusey. Very, very chartreusey. Just gonna get something else in there. Oh yeah, maybe. Okay, a little bubbly. We like that. These cards that I'm using right now are like very absorbent. So the liquid absorbs very quickly into the card. Just saying. All right, and then also sometimes I do wet the card first. So we can do that and see if it does anything different. Just playing in puddles. Hey, and it even rained outside today. So that makes it fun. It's almost like Easter egg dyeing, but instead of having stinky eggs, I will have cards to play with. More fun, more better. Don't have to worry about dropping the egg, cracking the egg, having the egg go bad, destroying the egg after you've made it, you know, all the things. Now, when you do hold it up to get the spray to go farther, it will go farther, just so you know. That means that it will get on your shirt and on your stuff and on your phone, like everywhere. It'll get everywhere. I mean, if you're going to play with mixed media, you're understanding that that's a thing that's going to happen. Kind of like a speckledy egg kind of a thing. Ooh, what about Uncharted Mariner? Can you tell the side of the rain? Oh, that one was oxide. Okay. Oh, good. Maybe I'll do, since I haven't gotten over to the pink side, we'll just try that. Spray some of that with the with some of the white. This one's picket fence. If also, so now you get to see, this is the, oh, chapped sapphire, chip sapphire. It's a different blue. Look at that. Look, it does selling. Wish I could get that to be on the card like that. That'd be so cool. But no, doesn't usually. Let's try one of these that has paint on them, just to see if it picks up differently. Where'd the spray thing go that was just doing the Chip Sapphire? Where'd you go? Where'd you go, Chip Sapphire? You did that really cool thing. I really liked what you did there, but where did you go? Where'd I put it? It's right here. Okay, because some green got in there. That confused me. Nope, it doesn't. I was thinking if I did it with the painted background, it wouldn't soak into the paper. Oh, wait, no, it is doing something different. So if I pre-paint some cards with just like white or something and then do that, it'll dry differently on there, potentially. I don't know. See the lines? I love that. All right, let's try that. Let's just pick up the rest of this. This has a little bit of lines in it, but not quite as much as the one that is not soaking into the paper so fast. I don't know. We'll set it over to the side, see if it does anything interesting between now and later. Just going to pick some of these up. Interesting. Okay. I mean, nothing super fantastic, but let's just pick all this up and we'll put I'll just brayer some paint onto some cards just to give it more of a plasticky, slick background. I know it's more work, but you know, if you get cooler results, it's worth having more work. The work is worth it if it really is like cool stuff. I mean, nothing wrong with that either. That's actually got some cool stuff happening too, but I think I'll get more cool stuff, more better, if I paint them first. Give it a barrier, a paint barrier. All right. Don't you love that spray? Isn't it fun? I'm thirsty. What the heck is hanging off my... So, I used to drink a lot of fruit punch and so now I'm probably dehydrated because I'm trying not to have red dye. Ooh, yeah. See? Can you see the coolness of that? All right. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. We just need to get this all cleaned up and then we can start painting on some cards. I know I could pause, but I mean, this is kind of fun to see what happens too, right? Little bits here and there. We're not worried if it doesn't get totally covered, right? No, why would we worry about that? All right, paint or gesso? We'll do both. All right, let's do a little bit of gesso. Well, that was a lot of gesso, but you know, and it's not going to be, I'm going to go over this because I just kind of I want it to wick up through the gesso and see what happens just for funsies. That's more dendritic than I want though. I want it more smooth, but I've got too much paint. Oh, we'll just do this. Oh, shoot. Careful with your brayer. Stuff gets caught up in it sometimes. There we go. All right. Just see what happens with the gesso one. All right. How are we going to decide how are we going to keep them separated? I don't know. Right now, I'm just trying to find places to put them. Like separated, like which ones have gesso and which ones have acrylic paint. Ooh, should we try some with like darker paint too, just for funsies? Smooth that out. All right, there's one with gesso. Smooth it out a little bit. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna cover I'm gonna pause to do this part. You don't need to watch all this. Boring. Okay, now let's play in some puddles. I like to play in puddles. I don't know why. Oh, and now we have sort of a cleanish plate, so now we can maybe play with some colors on the other side of the color wheel. But yeah. All right, so that's doing a little bit of selling. All right, so the ones where the lines go this way are gesso, and then the ones where the lines go the other way are acrylic paint, just FYI. And we're just trying to see, so this one, the lines going the opposite way. Let's add a little bit more white. And this one is seedless preserves. It's like a raspberry, or you know, like black raspberry ice cream or raspberry. I don't know. It's just a really fun. All right, I'm just trying to do like half so I don't move it around too much, and then the other half, kind of, sort of. Oh, I might have had way too much on there. I don't know, but we'll see as it because it doesn't soak down in the paper now because we have a barrier between the paper and the ink. Oh my goodness. I love these little things happening right here, and they're random and they're not perfect, and I kind of want to I want to make a stamp out of that now. I want it to stay there so that I just remember it with your eyeballs. I can probably do also a screenshot of it. But yeah, see where it's a little bit darker in some areas, a little bit lighter in some areas, and it's just doing really cool stuff. All right, I'm going to set that. And you can see where there's not as much paint and it went down into the paper. Okay, I don't want it to move. Don't move. Stop moving. All right, that's just going to have to sit there for a minute because I don't want it to. This, on the other hand, do we want to just get a little bit more picked up on the side there? I don't know. And then also, this is the oxide spray. So let's just do a little bit of that. And let's do more white. More white. Oh, let's just spray the white. If it will spray. And then grab a gesso one. Wait, we did gesso first last time. We did paint, acrylic paint first this time. We're just gonna lay it down, make sure it gets everywhere, and then lift it up and see what it will do as it separates. Now we'll do a gesso one. We need more. I know it's not very good experimentation because I'm doing something different each time, but I'm not even using the same product each time. But all right, now let's do. I really spray some of that in there so we get some of the darker. We didn't get the darker in this, but we do see where the paint's not as thick. All right, so this one's gesso. Turn it just a little bit just to see if it moves a little bit. I don't know, a little bit different. You could definitely see where it soaks into the paper in some spots because I didn't get it super thick paint and whatnot. All right, and then also I did the plain painted paper, but I also, since I had the paint out, the white paint, this is the one that was looking really cool before. That's how much it lightened. It lightened quite a lot, and there's not as much stuff happening on it now as it was when I first did it, and that will continue to happen. All right, this one I just laid over there, and it's already where it's so, you know, it's going to look a lot lighter when it's done. But then we can come in and do something cool like this one. It's still damp, and I did some white paint with the stencil over it just to give it some funness. That was similar to that one. All right, gonna move this one to the side. I'll leave these two here so you can just keep seeing what's happening. And then I made a bunch with the resist so that we could play with, so we could have some resistible ones. They're irresistible. Do some little peacock feathers. I don't know. Do we want to spray a little bit of that in there just to see what happens with it, so that it's more? That's oxide. I want the Distress Seedless Preserve, same one. Just gonna spray a little bit of that in there, just see what happens with it. Now I kind of just don't want to move anything because I don't know how am I gonna see how much it changes. What I should do is edit this video so I can just kind of fast forward this part and not just sit here looking at it. But also I kind of just want to sit here looking at it. That's weird. But I can't just do that all day, can I? Probably need to. Well, I can at least take a sip of my drink for a second. All right, we'll move these to the side gently. Not these. I'm going to leave those there. Just want to see what keeps happening with them. These I will gently, hopefully not forget where I set them. Gently set them to the side. And, well, let's see. Do we want to go, we got the seedless preserves. Where do we want to go from there? Abandoned coral, we could add some of that in there. That could be fun. This one has some resist on it. And then I think I might come in with some more of the seedless preserves of the, oh, interesting. That is really resisting right there. I'm not sure if that's what's there, but kind of cool. Kind of cool. Okay. You see how are we looking over here too and seeing how much lighter that gets? That's the other thing about doing it on paint is it's going to be a lot lighter. Like the difference between this one that was on paper and this one that was this one on paper? No, that one has paint too. Hold on. I think that one's on paper and that one's over paint. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, because I think that one's over paint and that one's over paper. So it's a different, you get a different thing happening. Definitely. Totes deaf. Yep, gonna move that one to the side to dry. They're gonna be so fun and cool. We love them. Some more. I don't know if you can see where the paint is there, but there's no paint there, so it's gonna pick up differently in those two places. Also, maybe a little water, just to let it spread a little bit easier. Also, mix it in a little bit of the oh, that one had like a line. And I think that might not have, that just has paint, so that's just going to be interesting. So I'm going to leave those white marks that were left. That's what I'm going to do with that one. Where's the villainous potion? Should we add a little bit of purple to this one? Why not? Maybe even, I don't know what's on that one. Not much. I think it's actually on the opposite side, which means interesting things will happen on the front side. Just from having the paint on the back side. Does that make sense? All right, I'm going to set that one to the side. That one had a lot of paper as well. When I say paper, I mean, yes, there's paper behind all of it, but I'm saying paper without the... All right, what if I come in on the back side here with something dark so that that pattern that's on the back side here shows up on the front some, maybe, potentially? I don't know, just playing in ink puddles. Love playing in some ink puddles. So we'll see what comes through the front from that ink, if anything. Maybe nothing. Maybe nothing. Or maybe we'll use the line side because it'll just be more interesting. All right, that's oxide spray. I'm just going to kind of spray that in a couple places there. Whoops. There's no whoops. There's no whoops in playing in ink. We just play. Oh, I'm getting a little spray on there, but that's okay. We're not hating it. Kind of fun. I don't usually go so powsy wowsy. Send some of these to Mariah. Oh, for her fish books. Wait, she's got like oranges and stuff too, right? Let's just, abandoned, oh, there's like a strip of paint right there apparently. Where it's really resisting a lot right there, which is kind of cool. This is just one of the plain ones with paint. Putting them over here to dry. Tempting. All right, more white, more white. Because we got some more. This is what I came for, right? Should we do some rusty hinge? Spread it. Spread. Watch it do its thing. We'll try a little bit of wild honey just for a little different. A little yellowy, more yellowy. All right, should we set that to the side just to see what happens? Should we spray a little bit more rusty hinge on it? Rusty hinge, where'd you go? I had you just a second ago. Lost it. Oh, it's right there. All right, just gonna spray it on there. Might have got it on there a little bit, but that's okay. Just want some darkness, my old friend. All right, and then this one is gesso. Gonna pick up what's left of that. Turn it a little bit, maybe. Also, spray. This time we'll spray the honey. It's not as dark. Ooh, well, we had a little bit of purple in there. You know, we'll do this. Not purple. It's the seedless preserves. A little bit purpley. I don't know. Should we just drip some of that? Oh, we'll drip it. Drip, 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 drip. It'll give us a different look. And something fun to play, more puddles to play and see. Different look. We want to watch that dry now too, don't we? Some of us, me, mostly me, really into watching stuff dry. Watch inks dry. Welcome to the channel where we just watch inks dry. See? Just watching them dry. All right. I really like the, well, what if we do oxide this time? It's not as dark. So not quite as much fun, but do some of that too. Both. We'll do both. We'll do both. And shake it up, baby. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Okay, now we have that white. That's fine. The white blob is okay. It's okay to have a little bit of a white blob. So that will be interesting. Not quite as interesting as this one if it dries nicely. Just, will it dry nicely? That's the question. All right, this has a couple different stencils on it with resist. Ooh, look at that. That's interesting. The resistness of it. Just gonna. How now, brown cow? Just, I'm gonna wet this one because there's just not a lot left there to pick up. Not as much. Getting fingerprints everywhere. Fingerprints, got my DNA everywhere. DNA on the stuff. That'll be nice and grungy, whatever happens to it. What did I put on that one? What is that? What did I do? Is that the coral? Abandoned coral? Maybe. I don't know why it came out so dark on that corner like that. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let's go this way this time. Oh, nope, it just makes one line because you didn't go all the way across the top. Don't want that much. Okay, here we go. Nope, we'll go this way. Then go that way, maybe. Otherwise, it does like a really thin. That is so wet. So very wet. Oh, now we got to do something with that because we just stuck our finger right in it. Nice about if like I miss a big spot like that, I can just, oh, where to put these? I can just come in with, let's see, what about Villainous Potion this time? Purple and orange is fun. Purple, I don't know, it's kind of Halloweeny for me, isn't it? Some people love that combination though. No shade. No shade. No shade. Kind of like people think orange is Halloweeny, and I'm like, no, it's not. Zinnias, different flowers are orange in the spring, so why can't orange be any time of year? And also mushrooms, they're not fall either. They're like basically after it rains, there's oranges, there's mushrooms everywhere. All the mushrooms, all the places. All right, that is, now we're almost moving back into the brown area. Because, you know, well, there's yellow and orange, and purple and yellow are going to make brown. Maybe we can, I know there's some people in my fan base and in my friends fan, in the PM Artist Studio fan base and whatnot that really like orange. That is a interesting. Can't wait to see how these dry, actually. Because they're going to dry much different than they look at the moment. I think you figured that out by now. If you watch me off it long enough, you know things don't always. I still have a bunch of these irresistible. Now let's go back to the color, my colors, which are more in the blues and greens, just for a minute. That is still drying. This keeps getting little speckles from other things I'm using, but so this one's the gesso and this one's the paint. That one is the one that we sprayed and tipped over. Interesting. All right, I'm going to move these to the side-ish. I don't know. I don't want to put them on top of each other because then they'll get stuck on each other, and that will be sad. Just put that one over gently to the side there. All right, we could just go like brown for a minute. Just make it brown on purpose. Oh, we should have done some white first. It's fine. And then, you know, we'll be at a neutral and go a different direction with the color if we want. Do I have a darker brown? Well, of course I have a darker brown, but is it easily findable at the moment? Ooh, no, because that's not. Aged mahogany is more red. Where's my ground? Gathered twigs, vintage food. Where's ground espresso? Timber, that one's a lot darker. Let's try timber. Timber? It's not timber. Scorched timber. It's kind of more black than brown. Could be fun. We got one more piece of just regular painted card over here. Apparently we have some ink on our fingers. All right, this one kind of had some brown with the resist, so that could work in our favor with what's happening here. Same with that one. Kind of a coffee latte kind of a thing happening because of the do you need something, Michael? I'm still recording, just so you know. Just so you know. See this separation, like all that's happening there. I wish it would dry looking like that, but no, of course it doesn't. Why would it do that? That was my husband. He's working in the next room. I get to play. He has to work. I know. Life's not fair. Life's not fair. But at least he gets to work from home. He doesn't have to drive in. So there's that. All right. A little bit of brown. So what color would you pick next to move over to the other side? I'm thinking forest moss will have like some green. I did just see forest moss. Did I pull it out? No, I don't think I did. Gathered twigs. Up further. I just saw forest moss. Where is it? Ooh, that's very bright blue. Well, actually, I don't love the blueprint sketch. It's not my favorite. But it will get it will get a little bit more muted with the browns on there. So maybe this is the time to use it. Maybe. Oh, look, another hair. Just see DNA in all the things I make, not on purpose. A little hairy in here. Yeah, see, that darkened that blue so that it's not quite so bright. Bright, 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 bright. And what do I mean by that? See how bright that is? Not a fan of how bright that gets, but just gonna clean up some of these edges off of here. Just, ooh, all right, it's really messy and grungy, which, you know, I don't hate it. I want to see what that does, so we're just going to leave that for a minute. But let's see what we can pick up over here. I know I say messy and grungy like it's a bad thing, but it's really not. That's going to be really interesting when all is said and done. And if I don't like it, I can rip it up and put it into smaller pieces. But I think it'll be interesting. It's got that little bit of pink in there, and I kind of want to bring it. Well, there's a little bit of pink over here. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Just, oh, look at that. The hair line is still showing, but there's no hair in there. The brown with the blue, yeah. I'm loving it. Oh, should we tip this a little bit? See what will happen. Just get some other things happening on there, because I think that was just a plain painted card, which apparently did not get very thick paint on it either, because you can see the darker spots with it goes through to the paper. Get some marks on there. I don't know. You just leave that. Well, let's just leave it. I say that, and then I'm like, but I really want to just go. Things that make you go smush. Latte. All right. I'm like, what if you did want like some just grungy in the middle and white on the outside? There's no reason you can't do that. I might leave that just like it is. And then when I ink around the edges and whatnot, that could be an interesting look. It's not a bad thing. All right, I did not pull out the forest moss today. I got walnut stain. That's a little bit darker, not quite as dark as the. Don't need. Well, I was gonna say I don't need black soot, but it does some interesting things with the white. Ground espresso. Frayed burlap is kind of a green. It's not supposed to be, but for some reason in the spray, it's more green than the oxide for sure. You want to see what I mean? Jelly bean. Let's pour some white. Wait. Still don't know what I did with the forest moss. What in the world? Anyway, this one is frayed burlap. See how green that is? If I did that with some forest moss, it'd probably be awesome, but I don't know what happened to the forest moss. What is this? Enchanted Mariner. Oh, there's a weird thing happening in my brain. My ground espresso spray is different. Weird, isn't it? So now, oops, kind of a light green thing happening from the frayed burlap. Spray some more of that in there. And some more walnut. Wait, no, we didn't do walnut stain before. We did the ground espresso. All right, which sprays differently. All right, let's go crazy. A little bit of the whatever color that was, the bright blue. All right, let's see what happens with that. Definitely some coffee stuff happening. bring this one in. I'm going to spray this one first just because there's less now on the plate to pick up. So it will absorb it a little bit better maybe. Not necessarily, but you know. I'm going to spray a little bit of the blue on there. Did we get it on here? Yeah, we did. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're not looking for perfection. We are embracing imperfection. Just saying. That one definitely had resist on it, which is cool. We got a few more to just play in the puddles with. That one, and some more frayed burlap, and some more walnut stain, blues, greens, browns, all the things. What if we just did a little bit of blue at the top and let it kind of find its way down to the bottom, you know what I mean? Should we do it in another place too, maybe? Just kind of on the side, maybe? It's not enough. Get it wet. Oh, no, not that. Oh, yeah, the thing is, if you play with inks, you will have your fingers will be colored for a little while. It's not the worst thing in the world. I don't hate it. I mean, I do have some cuticle remover somebody recommended one time. It still takes several washes to do that, but if my hands are really bad, I'll just put that on the side of the sink, and every time I wash my hands, use it in addition to like soap, and things happen. Whoops. I know, I am putting a lot of sprays on there. Way more sprays than a person should be putting on stuff. I mean, but really, is there any rule about it? I mean, use as much or as little spray as you want. I just want more. More and more and more. Also want some coming from the other end, because why not? Ooh, kind of like how that didn't get totally covered. I'm not hating that. I might leave that like it is too. Just got a couple that are like not totally covered, because why not? If you want to know what any of the stencils are that I use, just put in the timestamp and say, hey, what was this stencil? It's fine. I know this is one of the Craftsman. This one here is one of the Craftsman ones. Let's do brown this time. Just add some more brown in there. Maybe go green with it, especially where, it's still the blue. What do we do turquoise this time? Oh my word, this thing is covered. That is covered, just saying. I know there's a lot on there I could be picking up, but also, ooh, kind of want to, I know I was going to leave that one, but I changed my mind. I mean, I was going to leave that one. It had like white. I still have some white on the edges, but now it's got some turquoise on it too. All right, I'm going to leave that. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. This one? Sure. Why not add a little bit of the turquoise to that too? More green than turquoise, but that's all right. Just spraying all the things, all the places. Playing in puddles. I like to play in puddles. Sue me. No, don't sue me. I don't have any money anyway. Look at how gray that looks on the back. But how, I don't know, different it looks on the front than the back. Still kind of gray, but oh well. Oh well, oh schmel. They all need to dry now. Do we have any more that just need that one? What's this one? Oh, that was one we did near the beginning, so I guess we'll be nice. Oh, now we got brown on it. Oh, it's all right. We'll just do that. Probably just got more brown on it, but that's all right. Yep, we did. Grunging it up. Fine. We're just gonna leave it. Just leave it, lady. Leave it. Why can't you leave stuff? I don't know. I have an issue. Is this just a regular gessoed? It might be. This was the walnut stain. I'm just gonna kind of do that. Do we want some of the white on it? I don't know, because it's resist, so probably don't need it. But also the white in the wet while it's drying. It's kind of a fun thing. Unless you do that, then it might not be as fun, but it's fine. Just gonna move that to the side for a minute or forever because we might forget about it and lose it. Okay, that needs to go to the side. See, now this one feels like really boring because it just has the paint, the white paint, and then some browny stuff on it. That one has some more than just brown. Oh, here's the one where I did the, was it I don't, oh no, it was, okay, I did the seedless preserves and dripped it down that way. That's what happened. And this is one of the first ones where we've just been watching it dry this whole time. Still not dry. Just FYI. This needs something. What does it need? Well, even just some more, you know, tell me you're brown without being all wishy-washy pale face. Little animal print happening when you do that, right? A little bit more. That was my phone, not yours. All right, we'll see how that dries. If some of that texture stays or not. And oh, we're just going to pick up what's left on the plate. I think this is the last one. Oh, I just touched my straw with my nasty hands. There's that. Let's see. Oh, we got 2 more. Okay. We've got 2 more. 2 more to play with. See what we can pick up. I don't want it just brown. Walnut stain. Just a little bit darker on some places. And I did like the turquoise, but let's do, that's oxide. I don't want the oxide. I want, let's do blue. Enchanted Mariner spray stain. I do actually prefer the spray stains to the oxides, but also I like to play with the spray stains along with the white picket fence, which I think is the grandfather of oxides. In case you were ever wondering. Oh, that took a lot off, didn't it? That's all right. It'll still be interesting. There'll still be something to see. All right, I'm going to let that dry over off to the side a little bit and pick up what's left. Probably should go wash my hands too, you know? Let's see what we can pick up off the plate here. So yeah, it's just a lot more of what I've been doing, the resist and playing in inks, but some of you like it. Some of you have left a while ago. Let me know if you're still here, just watching me playing puddles, ink puddles. All right, I'm going to pause and dry these, possibly wash my hands. You won't see a big difference though because they're stains. They're called stains for a reason. All right, one thing I've learned is that I really do prefer this on paper, just plain paper, and not the not with the paint. And so I was trying it with some watercolor paper. So I did the white and well, I mixed colors into it before, but this time I'm just spraying the white on the gel plate. And now I'm going to add some of the colors. This is kind of gray and dingy, so I'm just going to add some of the brighter, more powsy-wowsy colors. Do I want to add a little bit more white, maybe? Oh my goodness. Nope, that doesn't want to do what I want it to do. Really need my white things to keep spraying. That's the issue. But anyway, I'm just going to pick it up on the other side. So anyway, this is the front side of this watercolor paper. When I did it with the blue and the brown and the frayed burlap, whatever, came out really, really cool. Well, you can see. I'm just going to do it on the back side of it. Because then I'll have like grungy on the front, powsy-wowsy on the back. I think this is watercolor paper. I don't know how this is going to turn out. We'll see in a minute. In a moment. Okay, there we go. And there is, so I'm going to dry it real fast to see if I can keep some of that darkness on there that I like. Also, if you have gesso underneath your stuff, make sure you keep your heat gun moving or you're going to get bubbles. Unless you want bubbles, because that adds texture. All right, well, that wasn't a very good test because 1, it was the back side, and 2, it's got the color behind it. It's still kind of cool. It's not really powsy-wowsy, though, because of that blue behind it. But what I do want to say is, that's my phone, not yours. What I do want to say is try different papers because paper makes a difference when it comes to inks. I need to clean off my brayer right now. I'm just going to do that back here. Just because I need to clean it off a little bit, which gives it some more texture on the background. So now I could cut these up and it'll be this on the front and that on the back because this is like thicker. Probably 140 pound or something like that. Watercolor paper. But oh, look, we got a little pink on the front. Oh no, it's Easter. So people are saying happy Easter. And my aunt asked what we're doing. So now we're all sending pictures of what we're doing. So it's a group chat. But yeah, just all right. So let's look through these real fast. Super fast. Oh, there's 3 I haven't dried yet because I realized afterwards that, you know, so these are wet. They will look much different when they dry. And then I will try to, all right, so this one has paint, acrylic paint behind it. And I had a lot of ink on it. So some of it did stay dark. You can see some different variations of the colors in there because we used the white with the spray, distress spray. This one is a resist. And you could see, I think that might be extra paint there. So it resisted more on some paint than other paint. So have it darker in the background, lighter with a paint. That was paint, yeah. This one also has acrylic paint under it. So you can see a little bit of variation under there. That one was another resist. It's mostly dry. It might lighten up a little bit more, but that's about where it's going to be for that. There's another one with a resist. My light is not super great. Let's try, sorry. What am I supposed to do? I don't know. That doesn't go up anymore. So yeah, hopefully you guys can see it all right. Let's see. There's peacock feathers, peacock swirls. One's still a little bit damp too. Just nice and grungy. There's another peacock swirls. But yeah, I like the dark, where there's more darkness than light. Like this one is a lot of light with a little bit of darkness. It's okay. But I like this better with a lot of darkness with a little bit of white on top. My preference. That one is on the wrong side, so I could use either side if I don't want the lines to show, but I mean, the lines aren't that terrible. And there's that one. And I can go from powsy wowsy, bright colors, to dark really fast. Ooh, see, here's them. So wait, was this one? I can't remember if this one had paint on it first or if it was just the inks on the paper. I don't know. Do you guys remember? I don't know, but I really like the etherealness of that one. Can you? Light sucks. If I get better on a sunny day, I'll try to do. There's that one. I think that one's definitely unpainted, but it's got that ethereal look. This one was on that was unpainted. That one, I think, was inks unpainted and then a little bit of a peacock swirls put on the top. I don't know. That one has a line right down the middle. Whatever. That one, I think I did some peacock swirls on that too, didn't I? I don't remember doing all those peacock swirls, but, you know, apparently I did. Then there's that one, and that one, that one. There's a brown one. How now, brown cow? See, this one, I would probably do something up the side here. Maybe glued on, maybe stamped on, maybe drawn on. But yeah, see, I like that kind of a look better. That one's grungy. So that one, I really like the background, and then I did this peacock swirls on the front. So yeah, you can kind of use your stencils like a stamp sometimes when they have like nice lines like that. This one is straight on paper. So I do like the way that one turned out. I think this one is also straight on paper. So I like the look. And then this one is on paint. So you can see definitely more depth of color when you don't have the paint. It's a lot lighter when you have the paint. This one is just on the paper. And I like that interesting thing happening in there. And we have another resist. Another one that is just on paper. So you get a little bit more variation and deeper color. This one I think is also just on paper. So this was more of the, you know, the white ink mixed with some other inks. There's more of the white ink mixed with the greens, I think. A little pink got in there. Another resist. Use the paint for the resist. You can use gesso or you can use paint. This one has the paint under it. So it lightened a lot. When the paint was wet is when I liked it the most. So that's why I think and this one has the acrylic paint under it, which is why I think I like it better. Even the resist, I like less paint for the resist as well. Like these have a lot of paint on them. That had paint and then had ink on the stencil, I think. And there's that one. And that one, which is also on the wrong side, but whatever. It's that one. I don't know how I got that so dark if I just added more ink. And I could come back through and add more ink on top of the layers and they would be a little bit darker too. But, you know, that's a lot of work and I don't know if I want to do that or not. This one is on paper, no paint behind it. That one is on acrylic ink. But, you know, I got more layers, so that darker piece is on top where just like, you know, where it was thicker or more layers. Like this, it was on this, and so I just kind of wiped it off on there. So yeah, I could add more inks once these are dry and get more depth of color. This one was just on the paper, but I like, can you see like the texture that's back there? I like it. That one, a little grungy. All right, that one I probably will add something to it because I got that weird thing down the middle. Or when I put a botanical or something, a stamp on there, it'll cover it. A little bit darker in the middle there. I kind of would like some more depth of color on those. On most of these that are painted, I wouldn't mind having more depth of color on those. And then this one was just on paper, but it's, you know, I think I might have also used oxides with that one, which is why it's even more cloudy looking. But I mean, any of these, I could still add more to them, you know, just a little spray here and there. Oh, look, we got it on that one. That's all right. There was already some on that anyway. It doesn't really matter. Oh, and some of the white paint is coming off anyway. So yeah, that could add. You could do that with this one too. But no, I don't want the blueprint. I want to spray it with the dark, like the oh my goodness. Hey, I found the forest moss. Ooh, there is some turquoise in there, so I might just get some. See, it soaked right down into the paper. Did you see that? But it does give me a little bit more depth of color in there. Ooh, what if I do the whole thing? I know, you're like, what are you doing, lady? I just want it darker. Also, I realize what I'm doing to the background piece here. It's just going to add interest to the back, that's all. Well, once it dries, it'll lighten a little bit, but it just has more. Oh, some of those white bits are showing up a little bit more now. So actually, let's see, happy accidents. Whatever. Oh, look, I guess my microphone says it's tired. It took off its hat. I hope you guys have a delightful day, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you had, if you celebrate, that you had a happy Easter. But some of you might not watch this till like weeks or years or whatever, till later afterwards. But, you know, anyway, hope you guys have a delightful day. Love you. Bye.